All right, so ready to dive in. Today, we're tackling the ketogenic diet.
Ooh, keto. Always a hot topic.
It is. We got a listener request, actually, wanted us to dig into this source called Exploring the Keto Diet, Benefits, Science, and Myths.
This sounds pretty comprehensive.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I was already hooked in the intro. Did you know keto was first used to treat epilepsy?
Yeah, it's wild. Started as this super specific thing, and now, people are using it for everything. Weight loss, migraines, even saw something about potential with Alzheimer's.
Okay, so lots to unpack clearly. But for anyone listening who's maybe never even heard the word keto, what are we even talking about? Like, define it.
Basically, keto is a diet, but it's specific. Super high in fat, moderate protein, but the carbs, almost none. And that does something pretty crazy to your metabolism.
Ketosis,
You
right.
got it. See, normally our bodies run on glucose from carbs. It's like our primary fuel.
Makes sense. Easy to get from, bread, pasta, all the good stuff.
Right. But with keto, you're basically forcing your body to find a new power source.
So it's like switching from, I don't know, a gas-powered car to an electric one. Different fuel altogether.
Perfect analogy. Instead of glucose, your body starts burning fat for energy. And when that happens, it creates these molecules, ketones, which is where the whole keto thing comes from.
Okay, so ketones are now the VIPs fueling everything.
Exactly. And that shift, that's where a lot of the supposed benefits come in. Weight loss is the big one, of course. But the source also talked about mental clarity, even impacts on certain health conditions.
Yeah, the source mentions improved mental clarity, losing weight, potential for things like epilepsy and Alzheimer's, which we touched on earlier.
It's almost like a miracle diet based on some of the claims, but
Right. Got to be realistic. I mean, how much of this is hype? How much is solid science?
that's the key. Research is still ongoing, which is important to remember. For some things, like weight loss, certain metabolic conditions, there's pretty good evidence. But other areas, like Alzheimer's, we need way more research. Long-term studies especially.
I noticed in your notes you had highlighted the migraine stuff. Anything interesting in the source about that?
Oh yeah, for sure. More and more research suggests keto could help with migraines. The idea is by stabilizing blood sugar, reducing inflammation, you're making it harder for those migraine triggers to, set things off.
So it's not just masking the pain, it's maybe getting at the root cause,
Potentially, yeah. Still early days, though. More to learn, for sure.
which is basically the theme, right? There's also, let's be honest, the not-so-fun side of keto. The source talked about some challenges.
Oh, yeah, you mean the keto flu. That's a classic.
Yeah. I mean, what is that exactly? Why does it happen?
So imagine your body's like this car that's used to running on gas, and suddenly you're like, nope, electricity now. It's going to sputter a bit.
Makes sense. Not a smooth transition.
Nope. Headaches, fatigue, even brain fog. Kind of like a mild withdrawal, honestly. The source suggests staying super hydrated, adding electrolytes. Those get depleted when you switch fuel sources.
Electrolytes. So basically not just water, but like sports drinks, salty snacks.
Exactly. Replenish those minerals can make a huge difference. But the other big challenge, and the source really highlighted this, is sticking with it. Long term, keto is tough.
Yeah, it is restrictive.
Yeah.
So many things you can't eat. Social events get tricky.
Totally. That's where having support is huge. Like working with a doctor, a dietitian, someone who can tailor the plan to you, not just some generic keto thing.
Because there's wiggle room, right? It's not like one set of rules for everyone.
Not at all. People respond differently, need different things. A professional can make sure you're getting enough nutrients, address any potential deficiencies.
So it's like personalized keto.
Mhm.
And speaking of getting specific, the source even mentioned these ways to track your ketones, right?
Oh, yeah, like little science experiments, urine
Yeah.
strips, blood monitors. You can actually see if you're in ketosis or not.
Which, okay, maybe sounds intense, but I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Like if you're putting in all this effort, you want to know it's working, right?
Absolutely. Data can be empowering, helps you fine-tune things. So, stepping back a bit, where does keto fit in with all the other diets out there?
Good question. It seems like everyone's on some kind of plan these days.
It's true, and keto kind of fits with the low-carb trend, the paleo thing too, emphasizing whole foods, cutting out processed stuff. But keto, it takes it further, right?
Yes.
Super specific with those macros.
It's like a stricter, more focused version. So big picture, what do you think? Will keto go mainstream? Like, will doctors be prescribing it for all sorts of things someday?
I mean, who knows? The research is promising, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be part of personalized healthcare plans down the line. But like we said, this is just the start.
Exactly. We scratched the surface, gave you some info, but definitely keep learning. Talk to your doctor, see if keto fits your goals, your life. And one last thing, Gotta say it, all this is for informational purposes only, not medical advice.
Always good to remind everyone of that.
All right, well, that was a deep dive. Till next time, everyone.
Stay curious.